Hello, once again on my beautiful Astrolite. It is, excuse me, getting tongue tied already. Um, as you can tell, it is a lovely Thursday now afternoon, and this video, it's more of a delicate situation. It basically happened this past week. Um, we've been losing people left and right this year, but I want to focus more on because we lost Takeoff. May he rest easy. Uh, Takeoff was a member of the rap group Migos, and Migos they were a hot group. They had some mad hits. They were doing their thing, and Houston, he got caught in crossfires, and that was basically that. So may he rest easy. Peace go to him and his family. And we've actually lost a lot of great artists because of shootouts. And guys, when's the violence gonna end? Because, excuse me, ah, I know you guys can. Ah, I know you guys can notice the whatever it is, but it's gone now. I can see that. But anyway, getting off track here. Uh, it's guys, violence gotta stop, especially the shootings. And the shootings are getting way worse. In, excuse me, I mean way worse in the South because they're more liberal with their gun laws or whatever it is they go by. I'm just like you hear the Texas shootings, the Florida shootings, and things like that. And that's why I don't like going to visit the South because of things like that. And I don't know what the whole ordeal was, but you took out who was supposed to be part of these future icons, these, as a matter of fact, now bump that noise. Migos, whether they be individual or they're together, they were already icons. They were already somebody we looked up to. We saw them in music hall of fames and things like that. And they were also wrestling fans. I saw them on a pay-per-view at one point. They were performing one of their hit singles. I don't remember what it was, but it was lit. It was jamming. People had a good time. We all love Migos. We all love Takeoff. And, you know, Migos is never going to be the same after this week. It's like whoever pulled the trigger, you you took away not just an icon of a rap artist, of a musician. You took away somebody's son. You took away somebody's possibly future husband. Or you see where I'm going with this? It has to stop. I'm sick and tired of seeing all these posts on my phone saying that we lost a musician because somebody didn't want to act right, so they pulled a gat out. A gat out. They pulled a concealed weapon. They wanted to act stupid. Excuse the pun when I say this, no pun intended actually. But I'm putting these gun users on blast. Y'all can get mad at me if you want. I'm telling it like it is. I'm telling cold, hard facts. You are taking away people with futures. Or people who already have futures. If I said that the same way in a different concept, I apologize. I'm so frustrated. people who want to have futures or people who already have a future. You are taking those opportunities away from them simply because you don't want to act right. What is it Pop said on Friday? You use your hands, you win some, you lose some, you live to fight another day. Because you're scared to take an ass whooping. I'm always ready to defend myself. I don't need guns. I don't need bow staffs. I don't need candlesticks, any foreign objects, any concealed weapons. I don't need that. My daddy taught me how to box from a young age. I took martial arts in college, and I'm still training myself to this day so that I can be prepared for when I'm back in the ring, ready to handle my business. And I can still live, I can still survive after those things. When you kids gonna learn? And yeah, I call you kids because that's how you act like. Because you want to shoot your guns like there's no consequences. Even ask ex-convicts. Ask people who went to jail. They'll tell you violence don't solve anything. Never. All we're doing is creating these blood wars. And my brother, he was at McDonald's. He had a bozo mess with him today. And I'm just like, uh, there's gonna be bozos everywhere you go. He's like, I know, but that sort of thing shouldn't happen. People uh, die over McChickens and things like that. I'm like, I get your point. I know what you're saying. It's frivolous. People get shot over the most frivolous things imaginable. It's like, when is this violence gonna end? But I'm gonna have you guys take this time out. Let me know what your comments are. Let me know your thoughts. Share this video to people you know, people you don't know. I'm gonna see if I can keep going for a little bit longer because I don't know what it is. Usually I can go 15-20 minutes on the subject. I probably can with this one, but I don't know. I guess I'm slipping a little bit. But hey, you guys are watching. That's all that matters. Give these videos a like and spread the word. Tell people. Because when I was a kid, my dad is ex-military. He was in the army, and he kept concealed weapons in the house. My mom, of course, felt uncomfortable with that. And, of course, he kept them in a lockbox with a combination so we couldn't get into it or anything. Somewhere in a top shelf, somewhere hidden, but anyway. I mean, I don't mind seeing guns in action films because I know those are just prop guns. But I'm talking about legit heavy metal end your life sort of guns. It's like we're not even thorough with the background checks, or we're especially not busting those who have illegal guns and they're selling them on the streets. I think that's the main part of the problem is we have these bozos getting these guns from the black market, selling them on the street, and for people who took out Takeoff, we should not. I'm not saying I'm part of the NRA. But, I respect their values. You know, people are just shooting without consequence. That's part of the problem these days. Sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just that took me by surprise. I'm just like, Takeoff was around my age. You know how sad that is to have uh, someone basically around your age, close to your like 30s, 40s, whatever. And it's sad too, because John Ritter, he was only in his early 50s when he passed. But that was a different scenario. I don't remember exactly. I think it was a heart attack or something like that. But anyway, uh, not really talking about natural causes. I'm talking about uh, what's the word? Well, basically non-natural causes. Stabbing, shootings. Things that happen on purpose and not by nature. You guys probably know the word I'm looking for. I'm so frustrated with all this crap. And I don't mind a little bit of violence every now and again. But if it's to the point where your life ends, count me out on that. And for those of you saying, "Oh, Astro, I got a gun and I'm being responsible with it," well, kudos for you. You're not the one I'm talking to. I'm talking about the ones who are irresponsible and shouldn't be having it in the first place. And while I'm on the subject, if you have a family, if you got babies in the house, get rid of your guns. Because you know what percentage of children died because they found your gun and thought it was a toy? Too many to count. If you have kids, if you got little ones, get rid of your guns ASAP. Don't give yourself an excuse. Oh, I have a right to defend my home, this and that. Do what everyone else does. Get a camera, see who's breaking in your house, call 50, scare them off. But don't keep a concealed weapon in the house. And for those of you going, "Oh, well, I have kids, I keep a concealed weapon in the house, I just don't keep the bullets in it." Well, you know what? Your kid can still eat the bullets without thinking anything of it. The little tykes, the little kids, because they are not, they may know the difference, but at the same time, they're not. Because some of these toy guns are actually looking more and more realistic. You ever seen Home Alone 3? Precisely. He's like, "This is your gun." And it was actually a bubble gun, excuse me, that he was using that looked like a real gun. All in all, I'm saying we don't need any more concealed weapons out and about. If you got beef with someone, use your words. If words don't work, use your hands. Defend yourself, protect yourself. Stop thinking you're gangster just because you got a gun. You're not gangster because you have a gun. No, here's what being a gangster is all about. And this is coming from a boss, alright? Pay your rent. Pay your child support. Pay your electricity. Donate to children in need. That's what makes you gangster. Not ending someone's life because you got beef with them. That's cowardice. Build your money. Set it aside for the future. That's what's gonna make you gangster. Make make the right decisions. Use your conscience. Be well educated. That's what gangster's all about. Not ending people's lives because you got a problem with them. Get rid of your guns, especially if you got kids. There are many different ways you can defend yourself and your family. Use this first. This over this. Use your brain. Not everybody's life has to end, especially if it's over a frivolous matter. People are getting shot over food items. They're getting shot over uh, small dollar bills, things like that. This stuff needs to stop. Use your mind first. And I get it. Sometimes walking away is not always gonna help. I was shot at. I'm gonna admit it. But I could tell that guy was high and drunk. And I don't care. You know what? I'm gonna put him on blast. I honestly don't care. I'm on the subject. Whatever. It was dark out. It was a green light. I decided to cross the street. I could tell this dude was on something. He had a gun in his hand. He decided to let me go. He went like that. And as soon as I turned my back, he wants to shoot me. And I realized he shot me with a BB gun. He's driving a bucket, told me I can go, and shoots me anyway. If that ain't a wuss move in the entirety of wuss moves, I don't know what is. That's another reason I have a problem with guns. Because people are going to say you're free to go, and you're not going to know whether or not they're going to shoot you as soon as your back turned. That is the worst wuss move ever. Don't tell somebody to go and then end up shooting them anyway. And for those of you wondering, don't worry, I'm okay. That happened a few years back. This was before I met my lady. And it actually feels good to get this out in the open because it goes to show that guns don't have power. The people who are holding it think they have power. They really don't. They're just cowards with concealed weapons. That's all it is. Let's put an end to the gun violence. Let's put a stop to violence, period. If you're going to use violence, use your hands. Squash the beef. No matter how big or how small it is. Just squash it and move on. Life's short enough as it is. It doesn't need to be cut even shorter because you got a problem with somebody. We need to love on one another. Squash the beef. Put the guns away. Permanently. That's all I got for you guys. Once again, much love to Takeoff. Prayers go out to his family. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to share my video, like, subscribe, keep the notifications turned on. Be safe, be well, be loved, and above all, be smart. Talk soon. I love you all.